Hello, you're tuning into another edition of Talk Viet Nam. You've just seen some extracts from the film The Tale of An Phúc House, which received the Best Award for Best Documentary Film in 2013 in the New York City International Film Festival. And now the film is a powerful glimpse into the lives of 20 disabled people living under the same roof, some of whom are third-generation Agent Orange victims from the American War in Viet Nam. We are very lucky today to have the director of the film, Mr. Ivan Tankushev, here with us to talk about the process of making his film as well as his endless efforts in order to help the people of An Phúc House. Hello, Ivan.
Hi.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me here.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you for taking the time to come, and congratulations on the award. I believe you brought something here for us today?
Yes, actually I thought it's a good idea to show to the kids. They never seen the prize since I came back, so this is for you guys basically. It looks like a fake Oscar, but it means a lot for me, you know. And it was great to have that.
How did you feel upon receiving the award?
It was great feeling. Actually, I didn't really thought I'm gonna get it. The competition was very big. There were 5 films that were very big budget films, and the topics in this, the subject of the films were really powerful. So I said, with our modest film, there is no way that we can win prize like that. But when they announced the award, it was great feeling. Really, it was great. I ran to the stage. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't even ready to talk, right? Because that was the last things I was thinking about. But yeah, it's like after that, so many people start contact with me and talking about, and eventually we got to the point that we might be able to do something better and bigger for those people, you know.
Wow, it must have been a very emotional
It was
moment
emotional,
as well.
yes, yes, of course. I mean, this is my first documentary film.
And right away, a success.
Maybe the experience was bigger, and the topic and the subject and children that were basically part of that film make the whole thing's happening, right?
Exactly.
I wanted to do just human film that can touch the people's heart, and they forget about that these people are actually victims. That was my first things when I was doing the film. I don't want to show them as the victims. I wanted to show them as a human that tried to survive no matter what. And I think that's one of the biggest winning part of the film.
Bulgarian director and cartoonist Ivan Tankushev graduated in the 1980s with a master's degree in animation from the Academy of Film and Drama in Bulgaria. A lifetime of work in animation and TV commercials has seen him become part of the A-list of animators around the world. He has been in charge of some of the most popular animated TV shows, such as Family Guy and Arthur, which brought him an Emmy Award. The Tale of An Phúc House is Ivan's first feature documentary film as director and producer. Tankushev decided to make the film shortly after hearing about the moving stories of the physically challenged youth at An Phúc House. For around 18 months, he was committed full-time to staying with the people there, filming each of them, and finally editing the film. The documentary immediately won numerous prizes, including Best Feature Documentary at the New York City International Film Festival 2013, a jury prize at the 18th Viet Nam National Film Festival in Quảng Ninh Province, and an official selection of the Montreal World Film Festival in late August 2013.
Before all of this happened, you were an animator, this happened way before you moved on to documentary making, and as you said, this is your first documentary film as a producer and a director. So what made you make the shift?
Back in 2010, there was nothing much going on. The animation kind of dry up, and a lot of computer animation come out, and because most of my show are all
hand-drawn.
Hand-drawn,
wow.
yes. Yeah, I'm dinosaurs, right? So I went back to Canada, and I spent one winter there. And actually, being 17 years in Asia, for me was a cultural shock.
You've been tropicalized.
Not only tropicalized, Asianized, right?
Yes.
And then when I was back in 2010 in Canada, I said, okay, let's go back to Asia, but go where and do what? So I decided I'll come and volunteer into the orphanages in Ho Chi Minh City. So I said, okay, let's.
What made you make that decision?
Many things. Again, the fact that I went back to North America and I didn't feel like staying there to, keep doing what I've been doing. I said maybe I can do something more useful. In a way, I grew up. I have family back in Bulgaria, but I grew up as a foster child, and I was very, very young, very youth, like maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, and I remember a lot of unpleasant stuff from the hospitals and sanatoriums and stuff like that, that it stays in my mind all my life. So if I go to the orphanages and maybe I can help somehow those kids or overcome whatever is in my mind from long, very, very, very long time ago.
Reconnecting to your childhood.
Of course, it's all about our childhood. There is no exception in a human brain, I believe, that when we get older, we always go back to our childhood. And the reason for whoever we become, I believe, is because of our youth childhood.
Yes, and I believe it was during this time working in the orphanage that you got the chance to probably see the effects of Agent Orange.
Yes, because actually I knew about Agent Orange effects, but I never knew that there's so many people involved, affected, and so many people are really suffering from that. And I've seen in some of these orphanages and hospitals horrible cases of, disabilities and mental disability. And I said, oh my God, I have to do something about it. But nothing that I grabbed my attention to come up with the idea how to do it until I met them. And it was right away. I knew it.
I believe you met them by accident.
Yes, because during the time that I was volunteer in these orphanages, actually they took us. We were about 12, 15 foreigners. And then in one day they said, okay, we're going to go to the War Museum in Ho Chi Minh City. And that was it, And then I went there, and Tien was there. I met her first there, and all the people, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, and usually they're working Sunday, Saturday.
They were selling crafts.
Selling crafts and performing, and most of them were there, right? So I started talking to her, and she said, yeah, they lived together for 6 years. And I said, are they relatives? She said, no, they're not. But some of them are, some of them are not. But they live together, and they working, and they making money by selling these handcrafts and performing music. I said, wow. And they live in Ho Chi Minh? She said, yes, in a house. They live together. I said, okay, can I talk to somebody in charge so I can see if I can do something about it? She said, do what? I said, maybe I can do film about it. A week or 2 weeks later, I quit because I was signing up for 3 months to be volunteer, right, in orphanages. And I quit and I moved to their house.
remember the first days when you were living with the people of An Phúc house? How did you feel, or were you just fascinated in general by what you were seeing that you were continuously shooting?
Both. Okay, so I never tell them that, but I felt very uncomfortable, right? Because the first time I went there, it's like I've been seeing for months and a half very heavy cases of disabilities in these orphanages, but I just go and see them for a couple of hours, then go back home. Right now,
not living with them.
Not living with them. So here, that was a different story, and the language barrier is a big thing, right? So the only way is like, either I'm gonna be a clown and make sure that they're gonna like me, or then I'm gonna fail. It turned that way that after 3-4 days, they start making jokes behind me. Okay, so, you know, I get to be the clown of the house. It wasn't easy, yeah, because I mean,
yes,
I'm outsider coming with that foreigner.
Exactly.
You know, with that camera and just going around everywhere they go. And
I believe anyone would feel
yes,
a little bit.
of course. And some of you know, you probably see the film. There's some very intimate shots in there, right? So I did it on purpose because I wanted to show to people the real life, right? I think one of the reasons that people in New York like the film, and they told me, is because it was a real documentary. It was shot like with a single camera and was shot like real things, right?
How did it feel kind of taking on this project by your own? I mean, filming and doing almost everything, you know,
I mean,
like,
for
until
me,
near
once
the
I
end.
started, for me was done deal. See, the things about me is if I decided something worth it, there is nothing can stop me to finish it, you know.
The key is determination.
Absolutely. So, and more obstacles come to me, I get more motivated to keep on going.
I believe that, you know, apart from being your characters, they've become almost like a family.
It's family, yeah, of course, I call them family. They're joking behind me, of course. If they're joking behind me and talking things I don't want to hear, that means they're family, right?
Yes. Can you tell us about this time, spending time next to them?
Personally, I went with each and every one and have some personal stories. And, you know, the funny thing is that actually with each and every one, I communicate in a different way because I know their characters. I know what they like or they don't like. And the most exciting things was when I traveled with them. That was very excited because we had to take a bus and go to some other place that is outside of Ho Chi Minh City, and we have to stay 2, 3, 4 days, and they have to perform in selling the products, and I'm staying with them. And for the first time in my life, in many years, I have to sleep under the open sky. That was amazing because
together with everyone.
Yes, I sleep all the time between Thanh and Chính or Bin.
Yes.
So my place was already among them, and what happened is we have to sleep under the mosquito net. That's their life, you know. They've been doing that for many years, right? Doing the same trips and over again and performing and sleeping in open sky. That's the most exciting part of their lives, and that's why I decided that the film have to happen, you know.
Yes. Now to Ivan, each and every one member of An Phúc House has become almost like a member of the family, as he says. And now in the following, we'll follow his footsteps to visit the An Phúc House here in Ho Chi Minh City.
Today, Ivan and his wife pay a visit to An Phúc.
Hello. How are you guys?
As usual, he comes to say hello to each and everyone at home.
Let's see the house and the rest of the guys. Oh my God.
Hey, hello, how are you? Wow, long time no see. Hi. Nice to meet you again. Are you okay?
Although this isn't the same house where Ivan lived with the kids and shot the film for over 7 months in 2015, he still finds it comfortable roaming around, while the people of An Phúc still have a vivid memories of the time they spent with Ivan.
Có nhiều lần đi thu âm về những cái bài hát á, thì anh Ivan rất chi là nhiệt tình khi mà giúp cho những cái bạn mà khuyết tật mà đi xe lăn á, đi lên xe xuống xe đồ cũng Ivan đồ cũng ấm người bồng người dắt chiều, nói chung là anh Ivan rất là nhiệt tình.
Nói chung là mỗi lần quay phim hay là làm gì thì Ivan cũng lo cho sức khỏe của mấy anh em, cũng Ivan cũng hỏi anh em thích ăn cái gì Ivan sẽ mua này kia đâu. Nói chung là Ivan là con người vui tính và tốt,
rất là thân mật khi tiếp xúc và nói chuyện. Tuy là ngôn ngữ của tôi và các anh chị em với lại đạo diễn không có hiểu nhau cho mấy, nhưng mà em thấy rất là vui.
During the shooting, Ivan went to visit the children's families in their hometowns and talked with the parents about their stories. With the help of the local Agent Orange Victim Associations, he also investigated the official procedure used in Vietnam to identify the victims who should be recognized and certified.
Ông là một người vừa đạo diễn, lại vừa quay phim, mà lại rất tận tụy với công việc. Ông tìm cái chân thiện mỹ, ông tìm cái nét đẹp cuộc sống của cái người khuyết tật, mà ông làm không có giờ. Tôi chưa dạy thì ông dạy từ lúc nào. Thành nhiều cái cảnh quay tôi bất ngờ, kể cả quay trong ngôi nhà An Phúc, và kể cả khi cả cái gia đình đi, gia đình cháu ở, gia đình các cháu chẳng hạn.
Rất là bất ngờ, tại vì thấy chú đi quay thôi, nhưng mà cho đến cái hôm mà được coi trọn bộ phim á thì rất là cảm động. Tôi ngồi mà tôi muốn khóc, thì tôi không ngờ đến được mà chú quay được hết toàn cảnh anh chị em trong An Phúc, từ cái việc sinh hoạt rất là nhỏ, trong cái việc như là nấu cơm hay là việc đang ngủ chú cũng quay luôn, thì tôi rất là khâm phục chú ạ.
Ivan's decision to depict An Phúc House with compassion, dignity and love stems from his seeing activities like a singing session like this. It may be a reason why the film has not only won international prizes, but also touched the hearts of many people.
You're back here on Talk Viet Nam. In the previous clip, you've just seen the An Phúc House and met all of the members, the big family of An Phúc House. And as you've realized, there was the father, Mr. Trần Hữu Quang. He founded An Phúc House in 2006, and we're very fortunate to have him in our studio today. So please welcome Mr. Quang. Chào chú ạ. Cháu cảm ơn chú đã dành thời gian đến với chương trình. Chú có thể chia sẻ một chút là cái lúc mà có một người như anh Ivan là một người nước ngoài đến và tiếp cận chú và hỏi về vấn đề làm phim thì chú đã suy nghĩ như thế nào ạ?
Chúng tôi cũng chưa hiểu hết được vì không hiểu hết cái tiếng của nhau, thành chưa hiểu được. Nhưng sau khi được cô Vân, giám đốc bảo tàng chứng tích chiến tranh nói rõ cái mục đích ý nghĩa, nói về cái người nạn nhân chất độc da cam dioxin vượt khó vươn lên, thì tôi thấy nó phù hợp với cái gia đình tôi, gia đình An Phúc. Và sau khi anh Ivan đến thì anh Chính ở lại trong gia đình tôi 1 tuần, rồi 15 ngày, và sau đó thì anh ở nhiều tháng để anh quay từng nhân vật và từng gia đình liên quan đến nhân vật. Thì thấy anh một con người rất tận tụy với công việc và có cái tâm huyết với những cái mảnh đời phát ảnh.
Trong cái quá trình mà anh Ivan làm phim và cũng như là được giành giải như thế này, thì chú có nghĩ rằng là điều đó sẽ gửi đến một cái thông điệp nào đó đến với xã hội cũng như là cộng đồng quốc tế về ngôi nhà của mình cũng như là những nạn nhân chất độc da cam nói chung không ạ?
Chính nhờ cái phóng sự của anh Ivan đưa ra trường quốc tế, cái điều đó ngoài cái sự mong muốn của tôi và gia đình An Phúc, nhưng tác dụng ấy sẽ ảnh hưởng rất lớn, là sẽ giúp cho không những gia đình An Phúc mà cho những người khuyết tật ở trong nước và những người tham gia chiến tranh ở Việt Nam và trên cả thế giới sẽ được hưởng cái lời lạc lâu dài nhờ cái bộ phim này. Thì đây là một cái việc làm rất trong sáng của anh Ivan, là anh đã tập trung hết cái tâm huyết, cái tiền của và có những người bạn cùng chung sức với anh để làm đến bộ phim này.
So Ivan, what do you think of his efforts as someone who is taking almost 20 to 30 people under his wings of protection?
I realized he's a very special man. I mean, how many people these days can really dedicate their lives and just taking care of children like that, and they're not even family in a way, right? So to me, he's a, how you say, urban hero, right? Because it's not easy, right? So he have to take care of their daily needs. He have to teach them how to do the things so they can survive in their own. He have to take care of the whole, marketing of the productions. He have to find places for them to perform. He have to find place for them to sell the products. It is a tremendous work and it's dedication.
And you've built this connection, obviously, with Mr. Kwang as well as all of his children.
Yes, it's obvious, and I'm very